Hello everybody, Intuit Scott here with your complete setup guide for Eisendrache. This is going to show you everything you need to know. I skipped round 1 there, you should know what to do. The round 2, make sure at the beginning to call in your gondola and grab your 100 points from Quick Revive. Then come over here, get your 100 points from Double Tap, turn on that landing pad, grab the shield part. And now it's about feeding the beast up here. I'm skipping through all that, but that should be pretty self-explanatory. Got to feed that dragon. Now you're just trying to make points. You need 2750 to get to power. So, and it would be a good idea to have a gun. You know, you can go get the Shiva, or the handgun that's in spawn, or the Vesper right up top here, or I'm going to get the VPN. So I basically grab that and go back and make some points. If the box was on this side, I would have hit the box several times and even stayed over here a few more rounds. But that's a whole other high round strategy because I'm trying to see what comes out of the box. It depends whether I'm playing on local or I'm playing online, whether I have fire sale, gumballs. So there's lots of factors. But now that we almost have the points, we're going to go in and get the power. I'll do many more videos for mid rounds and high rounds and the different best spots on the map and strategies coming up very soon. But everyone's been asking me for the setup guide, so here it is. Make sure you hit that like button, guys, because I put a lot of time in editing this down for you. So we're coming into power over here. So we'll turn on the power. And then as we come out the door, you're going to go teleport half the parts here for the pack punch down to the rocket pad. Turn on this landing pad. I peek into this room to see if the shield is over there and look at the painting as I go along. That's for the wolf bow, the different paintings, they rotate. So it could have been the other shield part could have been there or there. It is. And then I'm going to go down and get the third one and build shield and start feeding the 2 dragons over here. So this guy is a little fast, but not a big deal. I like getting this done at 3 or 4 if the box isn't on that other side. If it is, you know, it's easy. You get it. You know, you could do it between rounds. If you're in a co-op, obviously someone can hold them. Or you just kind of get them all hoarded up together on one side and run to the other side and do the tile. So there's you'll figure out the techniques as you practice this. Just be careful because, as you know, with Black Ops 3 zombies, you get a runner on round 3, 2 or 3, he will just smack you down. So now this is done. The shield part could have been up on the, well, you can look up a video on shield parts. It could be up there above this pack punch where I just grabbed it, or it could be up on that gold stuff around the triangle. So now I'm going to come over here, build the shield, and then we'll feed this dragon and then finish up the other one. Like I said, I've edited a lot of this down because there's so much to do in this video that, you know, I don't think you wanted to watch a 40-minute video. So, okay, we're making this a lot quicker for you. So we're down here, you see how I order them up, and I usually take out the fast ones first, okay? When it's done, it'll blow fire, and then all of a sudden harden up and crumble. You know you're done then. Give it, you know, about 10-15 seconds between each zombie you kill, or else you're just killing zombies for no reason. So now that we're done, I run down here, trade in my pistol for the bow, and we're going to start the storm bow steps. And like I said, along the way, I peek at the different areas to see where the paintings are, which you'll see the order it goes into that step. So you shoot that thing on the top there, it gives you the arrow piece, and now it's shooting, you know, these piles of wood. So bam, that one's done. Over here, I like to do the first one from this particular location. You got a better visual of it. So, you know, shoot. A lot of times I hit on the first time, but, you know, if you miss, just kind of correct a little bit, and you'll eventually get it. You know, you only have so much time. When it's round 4, you can't really make a crawler, so you don't have a lot of time. But if he starts whacking shield, just run him back and come back and get it. Now we teleport down here, and you get this one. Turn on that landing pad, of course. And here's the last fire you gotta light. That was a little off this game. There you go. So you just kind of adjust a little bit and then you get it. Okay. So now, so you know, you could make a crawler here like I did, and wait for the rocket test to get your piece of the DG spikes, the Rachnarods, the gravity spikes. I'm just going to call them gravity spikes. Run up here, it'll assemble the pack-a-punch of the pieces that you teleport down here. And you can wait it out, but my crawler bled out in that particular case. So the round just started, and then the rocket was going off. Okay, so you come over here, you flip that switch, and you only have a little bit of time to get into this door. So you got a haul butt over here, get in there, you'll get the flamers and the electric ones that'll shock you. It'll probably end the round if you only had one guy left. People were exploiting this and doing what they were saying was splitting zombies and just doing this over and over again to make points. You know, and that's cool, but they said, I guess, no go on that. So they made it so whatever guy you had left is going to end the round, you know, when you shoot him. So in this case, I had a full round going on, so it wasn't that big of a deal. So, and you gotta wait, it'll say test fire complete, and then you go and push that button, and sometimes you gotta walk up on it, back up, walk back on it, and if you miss it, you know, you have to wait for another rocket launch. So that's the first piece. It's pretty simple. You know, I usually do it along step. A lot of times for points, I'll just do a round while I'm down there. But then you gotta come up here and wait for anti-gravity to come on. Do a wall run around. I suggest going really high. If you're too low, zombies will stick out of the wall, smack you, and kill you. So if you start to fall down, just do a little boost to get back on there, and use your toggle switch turning it to kind of, usually you can just stay right up there, okay? So now that step's complete. Now you gotta go to the 3 different spots. This is the bell tower, and kill 6 zombies in each to feed that little lantern with electricity. I didn't want to kill off all my zombies, so I went in here and just kind of waited a second and juked out. So now we're above double tap by the launch pad over here and the workbench. So I'm filling up this one. So now that I got those, okay, it's good to have your pro out too, guys. You know, if you get like hung up like that, sometimes I've taken stupid downs because I was like shooting them and then they came in different directions and my shield was weak and whatnot. So now that's done, yeah, I grab more ammo. Then we fill up this one, and I usually will try to make a crawler and save just one guy at once this step is complete. If you got to start another round, you got to start another round, but hopefully you've planned it out like I did, and you'll have plenty of zombies do this. That one just didn't want to die. Oh, face. So now we're pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and just make these guys into crawlers. And then I'll whittle it down from there. Okay, this just gives you a little more time in case you gotta, you know, you want to be able to really aim. You got each time you do this, you have to come back and recharge the arrow. So you kind of want to nail it on each shot because each time you're going to have to line specifically for it. So, you know, find your positioning, but it's just right above it, and bam, you know, I nailed it. Because I had plenty of time. I wasn't worried about the zombie wasn't smacking me in the back. Now, when you do this one, I find it much better from the window. If you line up right between the flame, at the top of the flame, and the smoke, bam, you'll nail it every time. So it's a little harder to do that shot in the beginning, because you really can't see the pile very well, but I find, you know, obviously you can. It's a lot better than like shooting over the walls. I've seen some people do, but then this one's really easy. This is probably the easiest one. This and the, you know, that was the hardest one before. So now I had 2 zombies left, so I'm gonna whittle it down to 1. All right, and you go up here, back where you shot and got the original part. Just push square or X on that little blue stuff. Give it 20-30 seconds. I guess we're going to hang out here, and I didn't edit this out. It kind of transforms the arrow. You pick that up, and we'll go down and start feeding souls. Now, along the way, it depends whether you're playing, you know, online and what type of gumballs you have. You know, you might have wanted to go use fire sale gumball and get to the cycle, or hit the box. So there's a lot of stuff that could have been done. First painting is the king with his dog, okay? The paintings move every game, so that's why it's good to kind of figure out as you're running around where the painting is going to be. Second painting is, I don't even know what, the knight on his horse, I guess. We'll call it with a flag.
A man's only as strong as the friend by his
And
side.
I could tell I just went and got the new shield because I knew I was about to go. Make sure before you go do the next step that your shield's fresh, feeding the souls to your arrows. So that was the third one. It's like the apocalypse painting, I guess we'll call it. And then the last one, I don't know. This one looks a lot like the first one. We'll just call it painting number 4. Guy and a horse. Hobby horse. So now that you got that done, and I like to get this done so once I'm done feeding my bow for the storm bow, well, you'll see. So that piece comes out, but don't pick that up yet. Now we're going to come over here, put this down, you get a max ammo. It's time to start feeding souls, okay? So, like I skipped through this one pretty fast. You're going to catch the end. You'll hear a little sound. One, there won't be any more lights going off or 3 souls feeding into it. And get it down to like 1 zombie. Put your bow in there. It'll transform. Go up and grab another bow. And then on the way back down to the teleporter. In this game, I went and did like a fire sale. I grabbed it. I'm sorry, I edited that out. But then when you run back down, just grab that little arrow that had come out of the wall. Teleport down here to the launch pad, and from here we're going to go shoot the little flag up on the cliff. Alright, now if you haven't gotten your DGs, this would also be another good opportunity in time to, or your part for your DGs and gravity spikes. So just shoot up there, a little skull will slide down there, and just give it a second, and you'll pick that up and launch out of there. And we'll go, now you come over here, and you kind of got to move up on that, move forward and back, and press the square or the X button, depending whether you're on Xbox or PlayStation. And you have to walk with him. I mean, you don't have to be right up on his tail like I am. You just have to be able to see his footprints. If he does get ahead of you and you lose him, and he's not at the next spot, you'll have to go back with and click on that little seat again, and it'll take him to the next spot. So now you have to feed 10 souls into this area. If you want to try and do it in the early rounds, try and count them out, because you only have round 10, 11, you only have so many zombies. So I usually nail it pretty right on, I count it out. So, I know what I'm getting. So once you're done, you just pick this up and bob around those guys and follow him to the next spot, and the zombies will stay behind you. You might have to juke around 1 or 2, but if you had them all hoarded up there in the first place before you started taking them out, no big deal. Some will respawn now over here in front of you, but you just juke around them again. Pretty easy. If you need to kill him, so what? Don't go down trying to avoid him because you want to get it done early, If you get held up, definitely take them out, there's no reason you need to get everything maximized at round 12, but this is just an efficient way to do it. So I could do a lot quicker than 12, obviously, but what's the reason, It's like, yeah. So anyways, so here I'm just like, okay, bang, I probably killed like about 13 there, but I knew that I'd done the first one right, so that was gonna be fine. I wasn't too worried if it took another round, So there you're gonna get the bones from his master from there. Follow him down to the next spot, and again, if you want to go do something else and you lost him and he isn't at one of the spots, you're wondering what happened to my dog, my wolf, whatever he is, just go back to where you originally started, press square X on that chair, and he will walk from there to the next location. So, here's your last one. Done feeding the souls to that, and I got a couple zombies left. I went to go make a crawler, but for some reason it didn't. It just killed the guy. I had one left, and I knew he had taken damage from that grenade. I didn't want to take a chance, so I just walked him around until the anti-gravity came on. Because over here, you'll see the dog is looking up there. That is where you need to place the bones to collect the arrow. The best way to get it is to wall around. Get a nice jump like this, come around the corner, shoot those symbols, and then turn back around. Do like short little bursts and try and get centered. You got to give it a little time for the platform to lift up there. And then you got to kind of move forward and back until it shows you that little square or X symbol. So now you got the arrow. Very simple. Go place it down over here, and same as Stormbow, you're just going to feed souls to this as well. So we're going to skip ahead to the end of that, and we're almost done here, guys. We're doing good. And if you're doing more bows in this case, you know, yeah, gave me a max ammo. You might want to be a little more conservative than I was. I get it whittled down usually to 1 and then get a position, but in this case, I had a nuke there. I pick up my Stormbow. I've already got my gun is powerful enough to take out the first Panzer. He's pretty weak, so no big deal. We're gonna take him out and get our last 2 pieces for the gravity spikes, Ragnarok's, TPs, whatever. So we're up here now. I find the best technique is to kind of stand back a little bit. He's gonna come flying down from the sky. And once he does, I just wait and I run over here and lifts him up, gives you, you shoot for that center little dot, and bam, it pops him. Now, obviously, he gets stronger in the higher rounds. A pack-a-punch haymaker can take up to like 2 clips after like round 60. So if you do it really well, you might be able to get him like, it depends on your aim. It could take 3 if you miss him. So there was one part there. Now you have to go to it randomly spawns in between one of these 2 launch pads, okay? So I just launched from the one. If it's there, great. If it's not, I go to the next one here. You know, you've got a good 30, 45 seconds. There it is, last part. I lay down a bow blast and build it. You are all set up and ready to rock. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like. So I will do much more coming soon. Enjoy. Have a great one, and enjoy the Eisendrache.